Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Hi, Astrid. Good evening. How is everything? How was your day?
I am a great teacher. Thank you.
That's
I was free. I was working, but free maybe. How about you, teacher?
good. It was great. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
All right. So give me a second, please. It is loading. Okay. So can you please help me to identify until what part we saw the lesson?
We talk about subject clauses.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna look for it right now. Right. Subject adjective clauses. Was it the last lesson?
Yes, teacher. It was.
Okay, thank you. So right now I'm going to assign you the homework, right? Because we finished the B2, and today we're gonna look more about yes, we're gonna look for B3, right? So give me a second. It is okay. No, oh, it was not the lesson. Okay, so you're going to have until Sunday, right? To complete all the homework and the quiz. So okay. You're going to have an hour to complete the quiz. And it is already assigned, okay? If you have any question about the homework and then just let me know.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
All right, don't worry. So, okay, today's lesson, it's about future conditional, right? So once you can see my screen, please let me know.
Yes, teacher. I can see your screen.
All right, thank you. So let's listen the audio first.
Hello, how are you? Today, we're going to study the future conditional. First, I'll explain how we use it. Then, if you have time, you'll practice using it, okay? If you're ready, we'll begin.
All right, as you know, we have some conditionals, right? We have 4 conditionals, the first, second, the third, and the fourth conditional, right? Today we're gonna learn about the second conditional, right? It's the future conditional, right? All the conditionals have the same structure. Well, no. All the conditionals have a condition, right? That's the point of it. What does it mean? If you're gonna do something, then you're gonna have a result, right? If you have a condition, you're going to have a result. Those conditionals are unreal in some cases, right? Or untrue conditionals, right? This conditional is the structure is kind of easy, right? It's not difficult. So the first thing that we're gonna learn is when do we have to use the future conditional? So let's listen the audio.
We use the future conditional to talk about results that will happen under certain conditions. The if clause, the clause beginning with if, states the condition. The result clause, the clause that does not begin with if, states the result. If Nick asks Talia out, she'll say yes.
Okay, something that all the conditionals have in common is the structure, right? In all of them, we're gonna find the if clause and the result clause. Of course, the difference is going to be maybe the time tense of each conditional, right? But all of them contains the if clause, is the first clause, and contains the second clause, right? And then we have a complete sentence. We're going to use this structure. If Nick asks Talia out, she'll say yes, right? To talk about results, right? She'll say yes, that will happen under certain conditions, right? So if this is going to happen, right? We're going to have a result in the future, right? So we're going to propose a condition, right? Then from that is going to born our result, right? If something is going to happen, we're going to have a result. Or something is going to happen under certain conditions, right? We're gonna look at our example. If Nick asks Talia out, so we have the if clause, right? Because it starts with if. This is the condition, right? This is the condition. So if this is going to happen, then I'm going to have a result, right? The result clause is going to contain another structure, right? But we're going to look for it forward. The first thing that we have to know is the use of the future conditional. And again, what does it mean? Under certain conditions, I'm going to have some results, right? One result. I will have a result, right? So there you have the condition. So if this is going to happen, then I'm going to have a result. It could be similar to for each action we have a result, right? Similar to it. Now, I don't know if you have any question about the point number two. I'm sorry, point number one.
For the first, or yes, it is the first condition, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use maybe to in present simple, well, simple present, and then future simple future.
Yes, in the result, yes, it is basically the formula, right? As I told you, it's very easy, right? In the if clause, we're gonna use the simple present, I mean, in the condition. And to talk about the result, we're going to use the future time clause, the future time clause, the future time tense, okay? All right, so let's continue with point number two, when we're going to focus a little bit on the condition and the result.
The verb in the if clause is in the present, even though we're talking about the future. The verb in the result clause is in the future with will or be going to.
If we leave now, we'll catch Tony. If we don't leave now, we're going to miss Tony.
Okay, so as you said, in the if clause, we're gonna use the present, right? Even though we were talking about the future, right? And why does it happen? Oh, sorry. Why does it happen? Because we already have in the result another time tense, so it could sound a little bit redundant, right? So for that reason, we're going to use in the result clause, we're going to use the two forms, the two structures that we have for the future tense is will or be going to. If we leave now, we'll catch Tom. If we don't leave now, we're going to miss Tom. As you can see, both examples are the same, right? In other words, right? So let's focus on the meaning, right? So this is the condition. So if this is going to happen, I'm going to have a result. Or if something is not going to happen, again, I'm going to have a result. But notice that everything is about the future, right? There is no simple past or something like that. Everything is about the future. So with it, we're going to continue with point number 3.
You can also use a modal such as might and can in the result clause.
If we leave now, we might see Amy. If we see Amy, we can tell her what happened.
Okay. In the result clause, we can use these models, might and can. Both are to talk about the future, right? Instead of using be going to or will, you can also use a model. There is no difference in meaning. If we leave now, we might see Amy. If we see Amy, we can tell her what happened, right? So there is no problem with it. You can use might or can. Because in the model, we know that especially can is to talk about the present and the future, right? So there you have the condition, and then you have the result. And let's finish with point number 4.
The if clause can come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. The meaning is the same. When the if clause comes first, we put a comma after it. When the main clause comes first, we don't use a comma between the two clauses.
If we go now, Tony will still be at the office.
Or
Tony will still be at the office if we go now.
Okay, this is the difference in writing, right? Only in writing, because of course you're not going to notice if the others. I don't know if the other person who you are talking about, if there is the use of comma, right? It's impossible. So that's about a punctuation, and we only use punctuation in writing. So if you're going to start with the if clause, and the same happened with all the models, right? The zero models, sorry, all the conditionals, zero conditional, first, third, right? It happens with all of them. If we're going to start with the if clause, with the condition, then at the end of the clause, we're gonna place a comma, right? And of course the period. And if we're going to start with the result clause, it's unnecessary the use of comma, so that's the reason of why we're not using it, right? So then you don't have to forget the period, right? It's important. So in both sentences, we're going to find the same meaning, but it's different order. You can also use this structure. I mean, you can also start with the result clause and then finish with the if clause in spoken English. There is no problem. But in writing, you don't have to forget the punctuation. So that will be everything about the lesson. It was a short one. All the conditionals are short lessons, right? All of them almost follow almost the same rule, especially with the if clause and the result clause. The difference is that the sentence and some of them are hypothetical situations, right? The real conditional, unreal conditional, right? But we're gonna look for it forward. I guess it's in the next module. But that will be everything about the future conditional. I don't know if you have any question, maybe.
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So, all right. So we're going to practice, right? A little bit. And okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
Yes, teacher.
Can you please read the instruction?
And match the first part of the sentence with the second part. If Talia does a good job, she'll become a reporter.
Okay.
And then may go to jail.
To jail.
If he has to change, Talia is going to play the tape for Amy. If she's in the office. Italian Nick finish dinner. And they may not coach Tony at the office. Nick will ask Talia if people are on the truth. If Nick has Talia out, she won't say no.
Okay, so do you want to change something or can we submit?
No, teacher.
Okay. So you got 4 out of 6. And this was the mistake. Teen may go to jail, right? This was if people learn the truth, right? Nick will ask Talia out if he has a chance. Okay, that was the correct option. So more than the yes. Okay, yes, it was right.
Yes,
Do you have any question maybe about the vocabulary?
jail teacher is Carson, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
What else? Maybe the tape, do you know?
Just tape.
Tape is like
what does it mean?
tape is like they're talking about the recording, right? So the document where in this case where they save it is in the tape, la cinta.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Maybe another question, Astrid?
Yeah, no teacher, that's all.
All right, thank you. So let's continue with the second practice. Okay. All right, so please give me a second. It is loading. Okay. So there you have. Can you please read the instruction?
Read each sentence, type the correct form, simple present or future, of the verbs in parentheses into the blanks, use constructions when possible.
Okay.
It's getting late. You know that if we arrive, if we have have
Okay.
dessert, Tony Tony won't be in the office and we get there.
Tony, sorry.
One.
Okay, once. Oh, okay. My goodness.
Won't be
One, two.
in the office when we get there. I want him to hear the recording. Don't worry, if you play it for him tomorrow, it will be fine. If your coach hears the recording, I'm sure he might let you play the next game.
My laptop. Okay.
I hope so. He will better let you play your team and won't win if you don't play. And you know, Talia, if you phone the office and you will feel
Great. More relaxed. Great idea. So let's submit. Let's see how this everything. Oh, this one. You need the future result was 9. Let's check. He will right. So for this one, we only have the option to use will or be going to. Okay. Not the model because of the rule, but because the rules of the model don't apply for this part, right? Because we have unsure, and we use the model 9 where we are not sure at all, right? So that's the reason of why it is will or could be is going to be going to. So we have unsure, so it's 100% sure that something is going to happen. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
All right. So then it was great. The rest was great. So okay. So that will be everything about the lesson. I don't know if you have any question, maybe.
No, teacher.
Okay. Thank you. So now we're going to practice a little bit about the reading, right? So I'm going to share my screen with you. This is the first reading part, right? The first thing that we're gonna do is you're going to read, right? And then depends on the result, we're gonna look for some tips that are going to help us in order to improve our reading and comprehension. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Is this the first time that we see this lecture?
With you, yes, teacher, but I used to read with my another teacher.
Oh, okay. So, but the creators of grammar, is this the first time that you'll see this this passage?
Sorry.
Is this the first time that you read this?
Yes. That.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So we have the speaking. I'm sorry. The speaking. The reading part always takes us more time. So we're going to start doing it, right? So go ahead, please.
The creators of grammar. No student of a foreign language needs to be told that grammar is complex by changing word sequences and by adding a range of auxiliary verbs and suffixes. We are able to communicate tiny variations in meaning. We can turn a statement into a question, state whether an action has taken place or is soon to take place, and perform many other word tricks to convey subtle differences in meaning. Nor is this complexity inherent to the English language. All languages, even those of so-called primitive tribes, have clever grammatical components. The Cherokee pronoun system, for example, can distinguish between you and I. Several other people and I and you. Another person and I. In English, all these meanings are summed up in the one curt pronoun we. Grammar is universal and plays a part in every language, no matter how widespread it is. So the question which has many linguists is who created grammar?
Okay. We're going to stop until that part. So let's see. You have an underlined phrase, right? But this is about the questions that we're gonna find then. Now I need to know if you have any question about the vocabulary. About the first paragraph.
Sorry, I didn't listen very well. Sorry.
Is there any question about the vocabulary?
And suffixes. What does it mean, suffixes?
In what line is it?
In the second.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so suffixes is like it's similar. The meaning of it is similar in Spanish. Verbs and sufijos, right?
It's like person.
No. En lenguaje tenemos cada palabra tiene su nombre.
Okay.
Los sufijos,
Sufijos.
right?
Okay.
That's the reason why I told you it's similar in Spanish.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Maybe another one.
With the spread in the.
The correct pronunciation is widespread, right?
Widespread.
Yes, widespread.
Okay. All right.
Okay, the meaning of this is like extend, no matter how extend it is. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Extendido.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, another one.
Baffled.
Oh, so the question which has baffled. Okay, baffled is
Baffled.
it is a noun. Desconcertado.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So is that all?
That's all,
Or
teachers.
maybe. Okay, thank you. So we have one question about the first paragraph. So in paragraph 1, why does the writer include information about the Cherokee? A, to show how simple traditional cultures can have complicated grammar structures. To show how English grammar differs from Cherokee grammar. To prove that complex grammar structures were invented by the Cherokees. Or to demonstrate how difficult it is to learn the Cherokee language. So,
To show
what
the first to show how simple traditional cultures can have complicated grammars.
okay, so let's check. And it was great, thank you. Okay, we have one. Okay. So number 7, which sentence is closest in meaning to the highlighted sentence? Grammar is universal and plays a part in every language, no matter how widespread it is. A, all languages, whether they are spoken by a few people or a lot of people, contain grammar. Some languages include a lot of grammar, whereas other languages contain a little. Languages which contain a lot of grammar are more common than languages that contain a little. Or the grammar of all languages is the same, no matter where the languages evolve. What do you think?
The first, all languages, whether they are spoken by few people or a lot of people, contain grammar.
Okay, let's check. And it was great, thank you. So let's continue with the second paragraph. Can you please read it?
At first, it will appear that this question is impossible to answer. And to find out how grammar is created, someone needs to be present at the time of a language creation, documenting its emergence. Many historical languages are able to trace modern complex languages back to earlier languages. But in order to answer the question of how complex languages are actually formed, the researcher needs to observe how languages are started from scratch. Amazingly, however, this is possible.
Okay, so let's continue. We have one only question about this paragraph, and from scratch in paragraph 2 is closest in meaning to from the very beginning in simple cultures by copying something else by using written information. What do you think?
From scratch.
Do you want to see the paragraph again?
Not from the very beginning.
Do you want to see the paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there you have it. When you're ready, just let me know to go down, to scroll down.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's check it. All right, so what do you think?
Maybe the first. I don't know.
Yes, it was the correct one. From scratch means in that context, it means from the very beginning. So let's continue with the third paragraph. Okay, can you please read it?
Some of the most recent languages evolved due to the Atlantic slave trade. At that time, slaves from a number of different ethnicities were forced to work together under colonizers' rule. Since they had not opportunity to learn each other's languages, they developed a makeshift language called a pidgin. Pidgins are strings of words copied from the language of the landowner. They have little in the way of grammar, and in many cases, it is difficult for a listener to deduce when an event happened and who did what to whom. Speakers need to use a circumlocution in order to make their meaning understood. Interestingly, however, all it takes for a pidgin to become a complex language is for a group of children to be exposed to it at the time when they learn their mother tongue. Slave children didn't simple copy the strings of words uttered by their elders. They adapted their words to create a new expressive language. Complex grammar systems which emerge from pidgins are termed creoles, and they are invented by children.
Okay, thank you. It was a good pronunciation. So is there any question about the vocabulary?
Just slaves.
Oh, slaves is esclavos, right? That's the meaning of slaves. So another one maybe?
Makeshift.
Oh, I can't say the meaning of this because this is about the question, right?
Mhm.
So you're going to
Okay.
understand with the context, maybe
Okay.
with some answers. But maybe another one?
Circumlocution maybe is
Okay, so where is it? Okay. Okay, circumlocution, it's like it's a word, it's a how can I explain this? It's an indirect style of expression, or maybe could similar to the roundabout way of conveying something, right? I don't know if you get it. Right, that's the meaning of it, periphrasis, right? And it is an indirect style of expression. right? Es una manera muy, muy descoloquial, un estilo de expresión. Okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
All right, how about another word?
Creoles.
Oh, Creoles. Creoles, criollos. Our term is like son llamados, are called, but because it's this is an academic one, they use the words a bit of formal, right? A colloquial language, right? But it's pigeons are called creoles. Okay.
Good, teacher, thank you.
All right, maybe another one.
No, that's all.
All right, thank you. So we have some questions. What paragraph is it for, I guess? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's the third one. Okay. Okay. Can you please read it?
In paragraph 3, where can the following sentence, please? If includes standardized words and grammatical markers existed in neither the Pidgin language.
Okay. So you have to, if you can, try to take a pic of this, or write the. I'm going to copy to the meeting chat. Okay. So with it, we're gonna look for the paragraph again. Okay, there you have it. And please, you may start thinking about the answer. You have A, B, C, or D.
Can I see the question, please?
For sure. There you have it.
Oh.
So what do you think?
It includes and maybe C.
Okay, and no, it was not C. Do you want to try one more time?
I'm not sure, but D.
Yes, it was the correct one. right? Letter D was the correct answer. And how about number 5? Oh, no, sorry, number 6.
Make shape in paragraph 3 is closest meaning to.
If you want to see the paragraph again, just let me know, right?
B.
Simple and temporary. Yes, it was great, right? So, indeed, I guess we can have more. Oh, it was like that, right? The slave children did not simply copy the strengths of words uttered by their elders. They adapted their words to create a new expressive language. It included and standardized word orders and grammatical markers that existed in neither the Pidgin language nor the language of the colonizers. And then we have to, then it was the sentence, the complete sentence, right? Complex grammar systems, which emerged from Pidgins, are termed creoles, and they are invented by children. Okay, so do you have maybe another question about the vocabulary in this paragraph?
By the elders.
By the elders, like ancient people, right? That's the meaning of elders, ancient people, right? Maybe over.
Oh, ancient.
Did you get it?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, maybe another one.
Landowner.
Okay, in which line is it? Oh, in this one?
Yes.
Okay, landowner is the developed no, what is it? From the language of the landowner. Digits are strings of word from the language. Okay, landowner is those people, right, who have a language, right? Pertenecientes, right? Puede también ser terratenientes, right? Es decir, en este
Okay.
contexto a quienes le pertenecían. El lenguaje por eso tenemos owner, right? Land owner.
Okay, thank
Do you
you.
get it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, maybe another one.
Yeah. That's all, teacher.
Okay, so we're going to stop until this paragraph because this one is a little bit more longer and we're not going to have enough time today. So we're going to stop until paragraph 3. I didn't notice any mistake, right? I guess your reading and comprehension is good, right? Until actually, right? So this part. I need to see then how I'm going to show you some tips that maybe it is going to help us in order to improve, right? Especially if we don't know, you know what is the difficult part, maybe in my opinion, when we don't know some words, right? Are very colloquial, are very academic. So, and that's there is an example. Our term creoles, term, right? Term is like a call, are called creoles, right? So as you can see, we're gonna find more words like that that are very colloquial, and there is a way to see maybe, or to be near from the meaning. So, and I'm going to show you some tips, right? That it's not my presentation, it's part of the TOEFL, right? So in that order, maybe we're going to see how can we solve that problem, right? Because the biggest problem, I guess, is the vocabulary that we found. And okay, so it gets difficult sometimes because those are academic books, passages, lectures, right? So maybe if you practice this before, you have noticed that part.
Yes, teacher, because I hear that in the reading test we could have lectures about biology, geology, or sciences, and I didn't know maybe mathematics or maths. Sorry.
Yes, that's the problem. I remember that the worst lecture I've seen, and it was just mine, you know. I was praying because I guess there are three lectures, three passages, where it starts from the easiest, right, in quotation marks, to the difficult one, right? So I remember that they gave me a lecture about dinosaurs. I didn't even know the name of those dinosaurs in Spanish, so it was a problem. But the good news is that you're going to have the lecture in, I guess it's in the right side. In the right side. So then you're gonna look a little bit, right? It's like you're going to have the answer in this part, right? We're going to suppose. In this part, they're going to you're gonna have the question and the answers. The answers are like that, are very short, right? And then in this other slide, they're going to show you the whole text, right? From the crutch is closes in meaning, and then you're going to have the option to see the text, right? So that's a good part. It's time of practice, and then, so don't worry, I'm going to show you some tips, right, that are going to help us. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
All right, don't worry. So we're going to stop until this part because it's time, and I'm going to launch the poll, right? So can you please fill it? That will be everything for today. Don't forget the assignment and the homework. And thank you for your attention. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, right?
Okay, teacher. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, Astrid. Bye bye.